everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Imaginary Boys. I am one of the two hosts, Mr. Habanero. I have my second host, Mr. Lettuce. We're back to try again, aren't we, buddy?
We're gonna do this. We're gonna put it all up in your ear. Maybe get some on your face.
I feel like we're just in the most intense battle for our lives tonight.
We want to entertain you. We want to entertain you.
We're gonna do this.
More than anything in the world, we want to leave you entertained. People.
You will accept what we have to say, and you'll put it in your brains, and you'll like it.
Yeah, just let this happen.
Shh, just die a little bit.
Yeah, so this is take two as it appears the recording software shit out on us.
I'm starting to think I might die, Les. I don't have any coffee. This is a take two. My brain is scrambled. If I say things wrong, just know that I don't have any coffee. My brain is a big jumbly, fudgy, jello-y mess. So...
I get it. I'm sorry. And we're starting a lot later than we should.
Yeah, we are.
I'm starting to wind down myself, so this is going to be entertaining, and you guys are along for the ride.
We're both a goddamn mess over here.
We got that handbasket. We got that handbasket express all the way to hell.
Oh God, my body is ready. My body is ready. Take me now. Take me now, sweet angel of death, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Yeah, you know what? Lettuce, tell me about what you're excited about.
I'm excited because I get an extra long week. Like, the holiday's coming up, so that means I get an extra long week with my little guy.
Cool.
And we have some really cool plans. Tomorrow we're going to go see Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And then the day after that, we're going to catch the Matrix movie on HBO Max, because at least the people who made the Matrix aren't stupid and just theater releasing their movie.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think we've talked about this before, but it just seems so I don't know, obviously, still keep releasing stuff in theaters, but don't make it exclusive to theaters anymore. You know?
Well, I mean, that's the only way theaters would exist anymore.
Yeah, give options, because we're way past the theater only release thing.
I completely did not see Ghostbusters, even though I wanted to, because Sony is dumb.
Yeah.
And Sony's doing the same dumb to Spider-Man, but I randomly got a gift card for AMC from my supervisor.
Oh, okay.
Which was enough to cover mine and Xavier's tickets. So
cool.
Spider-Man it is.
All right.
That and Xavier didn't want to see Ghostbusters. But what I'm really excited for is The Matrix.
Yeah. So, I am kind of curious to know which direction they go with it. I don't think I'll be seeing it. I mean, I've told you my stance on live action movies in general. I'm kind of done with.
Yeah, but you love the anime, and Matrix is a live action anime.
That's true. That is true. But I don't know.
This isn't a Netflix adaptation.
Right.
Rip Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, pretty much. God. It's funny. I was on Twitter and I saw there's a Twitter feed that pops up every once in a while. That's I think it's called badly aged things on the internet. Have you ever seen that one come up every once in a while?
How many times does it have a picture of your mom?
I don't know, because I haven't seen her in more than a decade. So, I wouldn't know.
So you wouldn't know. It could quite possibly have.
It's,
See, that's the kind of thing I would
depressing, but
that's the kind of thing I would do if I was running a Twitter feed like that. It'd just be pictures of your mom
on badly aged things on the internet.
Yeah.
So what was funny was there was a tweet that was going around from badly aged things on the internet, and it was a picture of an article announcing how Cowboy Bebop was going to revolutionize Netflix adaptations. like optimizing Netflix adaptations. It's like, this may be the greatest anime adaptation that Netflix will ever release, Cowboy Bebop. And I was like, yep, that is a badly aged thing on the internet, isn't it?
Because with any hope, it will be their last.
Yeah. Oh my god, that would be the greatest. They gotta stop. They gotta stop. But anyways, yeah, like I am curious to know what's going to happen with Matrix, but not curious enough to actually go out and see it.
So, I'll let you know. I'll let you know next week.
Yeah, man. I would love to hear you kind of break it down for me.
Try to be spoiler free as possible for our listeners.
Yeah. I mean, well, I thought you were going to say for me, and I'm like, I don't give a shit. But then you said listeners, and I was like, oh yeah, they give a shit.
Yeah. But yeah, no. The trailers made it seem like they might possibly have landed on a good storyline
for Matrix
or
for Spider-Man.
For continuing the Matrix. Okay. Oh no, for Spider-Man, whatever. It's a Spider-Man movie. Flip, shot web.
Yeah.
You know, that one is more for the kid. He loves Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But no, the Matrix. It sounds like they did they have a good storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Now, whether or not it's a good movie is yet to be seen. And I mean, let's face it, Keanu Reeves is actually a national treasure at this point.
Did you see the clip of him talking crap about NFTs?
Why do you think I think he's a national treasure? Like, he literally just like looks at you and goes, it's a scam.
Yeah, pretty much. I like the part is like where he turns to the actress that he's with. I feel bad, I can't remember her name, but I think she's really cute looking. But he turns to the actress and he's like, are you hearing this? Like, are you seeing any of this money? Because I sure as hell ain't. Like, he's just like, where's my money? Like, I want to get in on this. It's like they're not paying us, right, for these NFTs. Do we get a cut? Like, I thought that was so funny. It's just like, nobody told me about this shit. What's going on? Where's my money? Oh
yeah. Well, I mean, there was also Keanu Reeves at E3.
You're beautiful.
You're breathtaking.
Breathtaking. That's what it was. Oh man. I mean, and also like, I feel like that Keanu Reeves has become one of those actors that's he just plays himself. Like, it's not Keanu Reeves as Neo. It's just the Matrix. Keanu Reeves as Keanu Reeves. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, that was an interview. That was a press interview with him and the chick that plays Trinity.
Yeah.
Whose name also just escapes me right now.
Yeah, well, she's really good looking. Like, I actually think she's really hot, but
age did not treat her well.
I mean, well, okay. So, I mean,
by the way, her name is actually Carrie-Anne Moss. I just Googled it.
Okay.
Because that would have killed me all day long.
So here's the thing. First of all, MILFs are really hot, and short hair is, in my opinion, really sexy. And on top of that, black hair is also really sexy. So she's got that MILF look. She's got the short hair, and her hair is also black. So I think she's pretty hot. So that's just kind of my thing. So
I don't know if I qualify her as a MILF, because MILFs for me have a bit of a mom bod, so they're a little thick.
Yeah,
and
I would agree with that.
And like young Trinity is nubile and hot.
Mm-hmm.
Older Trinity is young Trinity with aging.
I mean, okay, yeah.
She doesn't look like she got hot. Like, she didn't get hotter with age. She didn't, in the last 20 years. She definitely looks 20 years older.
I mean, yeah, but like in my eyes, I think she still looks all right. Like, I think she's still pretty hot. I'll look up a picture just in case.
She's still decent. But I'm not going to MILF the shit out. I'm not going to call her a MILF because that ILF part is a lie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess that's true. Oh, but I don't know. Like, I'm looking at pictures of her and I'm like, damn, I still think she's pretty hot. Like, I mean, she's clearly like an older lady now, but I still think she looks great. I got a question for you right now, like while I'm looking at her.
Yeah, sure.
This is an important question.
Are we going to objectify some more women's?
Would you let her sit?
Would I let her sit?
Yeah, would you let her? Okay, so let me clarify. So Carrie Ann Moss, would you let her sit on your face?
No.
No.
Her pelvis would hurt my nose.
Do you think she's bony?
Oh, she totally has a bony pelvis. Like she's not thick at all.
Yeah.
Like there's like there would be no, like, I could breathe perfectly fine. My concern is like she's gonna wiggle a little bit and she's gonna crack my nose bone thing. Because just that bone on bone contact.
Yeah, now that I'm like looking at her, like, because I'm looking at one of like the really old pictures of her from like the first Matrix, and like she looks really good. But I can definitely say when looking at some of the older pictures, it's like she does look a wee bit bony, a wee bit.
She got 20 years older, and she didn't have any children, so she didn't put on any mom weight. She's still in the same shape. It's just, early onset osteoporosis is kicked in, and well, she definitely looks like a grandma, even though she's not.
I still think she looks good, but I mean,
she looks very good for a grandma. Like there are definitely some gilfs that we could come across that I might let sit.
Right.
But for Carrie Ann Moss, that's she's gonna have to hover. Because she is Trinity, she gets to hover. She does not get to sit.
Just on the clout of being Trinity, she's allowed to hover.
Okay, and now I gotta give this disclaimer because one of our listeners are gonna listen to this.
All right. So go ahead and give your disclaimer, and then we will. I
realize I'm in a serious committed relationship. And my answers tonight are assuming that I am as lonely as you are.
I don't know, dude. I'm a pretty lonely guy. I'll be honest about it, but it's okay. Go ahead.
I mean, I can't relate, but I can imagine, and I'm going to play this game with you. At your level, because I know I can do it, and I know that's what you want and need from me.
What game? I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't brought anything up. Oh, you mean the thing that I'm about to talk about, which is going to be a segue from the point we were just making. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, we've kind of already done the test run for this. This is, dear listeners, 9 times out of 10, we just run these episodes off the cuff. But if you knew the kind of day that Habanero had in the past 2 hours,
yeah,
you would totally forgive us just going into the cheap well and playing a good old-fashioned game of
would let sit.
Would let sit. And it is exactly what you think it is, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so buckle up, because we got to bring the ha-has.
All right, hold on.
So, by the way, I respect women.
Me too. I love them.
You and I are both great respecters of the woman.
It's true.
We's gonna objectify the out of some woman right now.
Hey, I mean, they can objectify the out of us. I mean, I'm okay with it.
please, like Carrie Ann Moss, if you're listening to this,
please
let me know.
Slip into my DMs, girl. Like are you kidding?
Slip into his DMs, but first let me know that you listened and that you want to objectify me. I will send you some photographs of like me juggling my basketball.
Yeah, I was about to say he'll send you basketball pictures.
I have some good basketball pictures, and I think you're the kind of guy, you're the kind of chick who'd be into a basketballer. So let me know, and I will perfectly let you objectify me as well. Fair is fair.
Fair is fair, man. Fair is fair. That's right. Never a truer statement said, man. All right.
Okay.
So here's the deal.
So, Mr. Game Master, what you got? What you got for us first?
Okay, so I want to kind of give some context here. I had to kind of like explain this to Lettuce, and he was like, "Oh, well, now we have to do it." After I explained it to him,
because this is literally going to be the first episode that has had any kind of pre-planning ever in the history of Imaginary Boys.
I had actually begun planning this about a week or two ago, and to the point of where I opened up my phone, I started writing a list. I started writing down information. I made bullet points. I did all sorts of different kinds of things. In fact, actually, you know what? I even wrote down the episode number that it was supposed to be. So what episode is this right now, Mr. Lettuce?
I believe we're at 27 at this point.
We're at episode 27. Would you like to know the listed episode for the Would Let Sit challenge?
I would, sir.
Episode 18.
What? You've been sitting on this for over 2 months?
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
So, I've been sitting on this for a while.
That was like right after the penis episode.
Yeah, man.
What are you not doing?
If I remember correctly, I purposely put it off so that because we just did the Pen 15 episode after that. Like I was like, "Oh, well, we can't do another one." But okay. So it's funny because right above it is listed the Lulu gravity equation as well. So, okay, the Would Let Sit challenge. So basically the whole premise of this is we're going to go, I have a list, but we're also going to deviate from the list if we feel like we need to do so, which is totally fine. I'm sure that you have some suggestions. The whole point is...
I have a list that after you mentioned this, that I built. I'm creative. I've got a good list. We can go back and forth.
We're creative people here on this podcast, clearly. So the Would Let Sit challenge is we have a list of people, and I say people, that's actually very important. It's not like, I don't want to just objectify women. I want everybody to be a part of this. I got some men. I got some beefcakes in my list, Mr. Lettuce. That's right. The Would Let Sit challenge is not just for the men out there to listen to and enjoy. No.
I call dibs on Ryan Reynolds.
I think Ryan Reynolds is on my list. Let me check.
Holy shit.
I didn't put him on here, but I got some good ones. I do.
Okay, so Ryan Reynolds was actually my number one. So,
okay.
So Mr. Habanero, Ryan Reynolds, would you let him sit?
Oh, would let sit for Ryan Reynolds. You know what? I think I'd want to see that sculpted ass for sure. You know it's sculpted, right? You know that I would, yeah. I think, you know what? I think I can be confident and say would let sit. I'd be curious enough. I mean, I guess, the point would change. I feel like it always has to change if you actually get a full visual, but I think part of the fun is also dedicating, right? So based on the appearance of Ryan Reynolds, I bet you that man has the most beautifully sculpted ass. I'm even looking him up right now. I bet you this man has the most, this guy has to have probably oh my God, there's a picture of him with muscles and I'm pretty sure it's like a Photoshop, but Jesus Christ. That man has a beautifully sculpted ass. I think I'm going to, and I mean, I kind of assume that you're probably going to go the same direction as I am, but yeah, would let sit. I'm gonna start the baseline with that. Would let sit.
You get a very tame shot of his ass in Deadpool.
Oh, yeah, because he wears the spandex, right?
Like, yeah, he's got the outfit. He's got the spandex.
Yeah,
and let me tell you, yes, please, Mom, right here on my face.
All
There
right.
are two people. There's two people in the world right now. I would absolutely tongue punch their fart box. Ryan Reynolds is number 2.
All right. Well, here's the thing, dude. I actually have to give some baselines here. So, because I actually planned that it would be a little difficult for us to even jump into this would let sit challenge. So I have some info here.
Ryan Reynolds is easy mode. Of course you're going to. He's Ryan Reynolds.
Okay. So I have some bullet points here of things that I wanted to ask you before we even fully jumped into the challenge. So here's what I have written here, okay? So bullet point number 1, okay? Do you or would you let someone sit on your face in general?
Yes.
Okay. Bullet point number 2, and this one is probably the most important one, especially considering your disclaimer you gave earlier, okay? Do you or would you let your girlfriend sit on your face?
I insist she do it sometimes.
Okay. Okay, man. Okay. Bullet point number 3. And this is even more important than bullet point number 2, because in all seriousness, how you answer may determine everything about this podcast from here on out in the future. Okay.
Oh, I'm ready to end our friendship. Let's go.
Well, probably because, all right. Would you let me sit on your face?
No, dude, have you seen how bony you are? You have to hover as well. I'm not letting somebody break my nose.
See, the thing is, I was going to make fun of you no matter how you answered this.
But I'm going to be consistent. You have the same issue Carrie Ann Moss does.
I do.
If I'm going to make Trinity hover, you're hovering.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. The bones in my ass would slice your face open.
Yeah. I have you seen my pretty face? I've got a very adorable face. I don't want a war scar because I won a game of gay chicken.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm dying over here. All right. So now that we know that, so we've got the information of, you would let people sit on your face. You're okay with that, depending on who it is, obviously.
My girlfriend is face sitter primary.
You're totally okay with your lady friend sitting on your face. That was very important to establish. You wouldn't let me sit on your face, which
no,
I'm a little...
You would have to hover. Granted, dude.
Uh-huh.
You hang down to your knees. You don't have to sit.
Oh my god. All right. So what's happened here is we have compiled a list of mine is older than Lettuce's, but because we've been sitting on it for 2 months.
and we've already gone through my first one because I wanted to make sure he didn't steal mine.
I didn't. I checked my list. So here's the deal, and I mean this is pretty easy.
You leave out Ryan Reynolds.
I just forgot. Dude, wait until you hear some of the ones I have on here. Okay, man. Okay.
Okay.
But okay. So the idea is with each name that we list off, we're both going to have our own interpretation of it, and we get to say yes or no, and then explain why. Okay, which is obviously what we've already kind of done, right? So. And the other important point of this is people that are on these lists are allowed to be real or fictional. That's right. So you can, if you have, and this is mainly for me, clearly, if you have a fictional anime waifu that you want to put in there, by all means, help yourself, my good friend, okay? So you started off. I think what we should do is we should trade, right? We'll each do one and we'll trade off, okay?
We'll each do a name and then we'll see where each of us stand.
Okay, so you did Ryan Reynolds. I would let sit. You would not only let sit, but you would eat out.
I mean, if they're sitting,
yeah.
I mean, you could motorboat. I guess you could. There's motorboating, but I'm gonna get 4 inches deep in there. I'm not going to disappoint Lord Reynolds.
Reynolds. Yes. All right, so here is my first one. Now, like this one, I like picked specifically as the first one I would name off because I figured this would just be a good starting point. Scarlett Johansson.
ScarJo.
Yeah, ScarJo, man. Would let sit?
Depends.
Ooh. Okay.
Depends. She's thick. She's got a little thickness in the trunk, so I don't have to worry about, my face being, sliced up by pelvic bones or tailbones.
Yeah. She seems like she's got a nice little fluffy booty, but it's like not too much, right?
Yeah. There's a little bit of Ryan Reynolds sloppy seconds in there.
Really?
Yeah, she was married to Ryan Reynolds for like 3 years.
No, I literally had no idea.
Yeah, she was married to Ryan Reynolds. So this would be a little bit of the crawling over some broken glass to suck off the last person to
Bruh.
But like you just talked about how much you loved Ryan Reynolds, so like you're getting like a little bit of both, right?
Yeah, so no, she has that going for her.
That's clearly a perk.
That's clearly a perk. Now it just depends if we're talking about like which which ScarJo we're talking about. Like Black
What if
Widow,
we say like right now?
Like just as is, like not character.
I like to imagine that most of these people are like, because there are some ones that are pretty important based on the timeline. So I'm going to say we're establishing the timeline of being right now as they are in this current timeline.
Okay, so human Scarlett Johansson, not Black Widow Scarlett Johansson.
Sure. We're talking about the actress ScarJo.
Blondes don't really do it for me, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Just based on her hair color?
There's a lot going on in her face, which granted,
sure.
I'm not going to see a lot of.
Well, the point is the point is like it's not so much about like what they look like on their faces. Like this is about would let sit. Like that's the important point.
The problem is like I've got to see them coming, and then they've got to back into, then they got to back down on me, right?
Okay, man. Yeah.
So I've got to be consenting all the way into the lowering.
Okay.
And I'm going to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot about Scarlett Johansson that I just do not like face-wise.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, she's got kind of a weird nose.
I've never noticed.
And some very weird, like weird pointy cheeks, like Madonna bra cheeks,
like pronounced cheekbones.
Yeah, like some really pronounced cheekbones and a nose that just makes her face look all kind of like foreboding and stuff.
I think you might be focusing on the wrong cheeks here, buddy.
Well, the thing is you're right. But as I said, I've got to see her coming.
Yeah.
And I've got to do a scan top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be perfectly honest. I mean, she's like, no, I'm gonna have to say no.
Okay. Not even a hover, just a straight up no, huh?
Just a straight up no.
I'm impressed. I'm really surprised, actually.
Like blonde, like the fact that she's that there's a chance of a little Ryan Reynolds in there that I might be able to fish out made this one difficult.
No.
Made this one difficult. But the problem is she doesn't necessarily have the kind of body that gets over that face.
Okay. All right.
And I'm like, and I'm just like, no, like Scarlet Witch, where she's a redhead.
Wait, did she play? She did play Scarlet Witch.
Not Scarlet Witch. Black Widow.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute. That's
somebody else. But Black Widow.
That's one of the Olsen twins, or I should say, technically one of the Olsen triplets.
Yeah, it's one of the Olsen sisters.
Mm-hmm.
But Black Widow, she did the redhead thing, which if I have a type, I'm going to say redhead.
Okay, all right.
And the suit and the spandex suit does a lot more for her figure than her typical dress does.
Okay, all right.
So if it is Black Widow ScarJo, I'll do yes because of the little bit of Ryan Reynolds that might be in there. Otherwise,
what a technicality, dude!
Otherwise, hard pass.
Me?
Otherwise, hard pass.
Oh no. So so I'm going to go with the idea that you went for a pass on that one, because I'm going to in this beautiful imaginary world of would let's sit, there's no sloppy leftovers. So I'm just going to say that's a
okay.
no.
Well then, yeah, that's a hard pass.
Plus we already got your opinion on Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, but if we go with all the people Ryan Reynolds slept with, I would go ahead and consider it. Gotta get me some of that vitamin Rhino. Trying to get me some vitamin Rhino.
Lettuce is the guy sitting at the table in the restaurant, and he's sitting across from Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Reynolds on a date, and he'd just be like, "I'll have what he's having."
Fact.
All right, so I would totally go for Scarlett Johansson. I would let sit. And it's a combination of I think that even though it's not the most impressive junk in the trunk, but I would go for it. And also the premise is that I'm not really seeing it as oh, we're going to have this beautiful relationship and we're going to be together and I have to deal with her as a person. It's
no, she's using you.
That's not the point of would let's sit.
No, she's using you as a chair.
Yeah, there you go. So I, as a adult grown male pretending to be a chair, I would let sit. I would like to have that experience at least once. Thank you very much. I'd be like, see Black Widow up there on the screen? Yeah, she's so hot. Scarlett Johansson so hot. Yeah, I let sit. What? You're a legend.
Yeah, but most people are gonna say you're a legend because it's a famous person.
Yeah, that's kind of true. But I mean, I think she's really good.
And that's the funny part of this game. It's any famous person is really going to you're honestly going to get a standing ovation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so who's next on your list? I gave mine. Give me a hot and spicy one. Come on.
Queen Latifah.
You bastard! That one's on my list! Dude, she's on my list! You son of a bitch! Oh, no.
Great minds think alike, eh?
She was So Scarlett Johansson was number 1 on my list. Queen Latifah was number 3. Okay. Queen Latifah. Oh, God. You know what? So here's the thing, okay? My my spirit, my inner romantic says would let's sit, but my supple, fragile, twink body says won't do not sit. I am absolutely convinced that woman would murder me between her thighs.
Yeah, but where's the fun of it if you don't get suffocated for 3 minutes?
But I don't want to be paralyzed for the rest of my life after I let sit.
Oh, she's not going to paralyze you. She's not that big.
I'm not. All right. Hold on. Am I being cruel? Is that what's going on here?
No. You're remembering older Queen Latifah. She slimmed it down a little bit.
Oh, you're right. She does. Oh my God, there's an amazing picture of her in here.
Bruh. Don't crack, dude. She's aged beautifully.
Yeah. Oh, she looks great. Oh, this just got a lot tougher. There's some. Oh my God, there's some amazing photos of her.
Yeah, early '90s Queen Latifah's a straight no for me.
Oh my God. She looks fantastic. See, originally, like, I had a hard no on this one, and now that I'm, like, actually really looking at pictures, I'm not sure anymore. Oh, gee whiz. You know what? And I assume that this is current day Queen Latifah.
I mean,
So
if I'm not allowed to have Black Widow only, ScarJo, you have to have we're gonna do current day or like modern representation for fictitious characters.
Well, I mean, like my original opinion on it was based on what I remember her from the past. Like
you remember '90s Queen Latifah?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, she was a little dumpy.
She looks amazing.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
God. Oh my God. There's even like some ones of where she looks so crazy young in some of these photos, and I know that they're like current pictures of her too. That's insane.
Yeah,
You
tell
know
me about
what?
it.
I originally set this one up because I wanted to say no to it. But I think I have to go with Would Let Sit. She looks great. Okay.
Mine's barely a no.
Really? What's the reasoning for it?
I don't know. It's just part of me is just like neither one of us are gonna have a good time.
You don't think you can impress her with your
I never like she's I just well, first of all, I respect that she was good with her music. I just never really liked it. I did like her for like her time on Living Single.
Yeah.
But like musically speaking, not just was never a big fan of her music.
I feel like you're thinking too deep about this, homie. Like,
well, I mean, your thing is like if you let sit, are you going to get the cheers from the crowd? I don't think I get cheers from the crowd from letting Queen Latifah sit. And to be perfectly honest, if I'm gonna like, if I have my choice, if I know I have obvious choices, like Queen Latifah is always going to be at the bottom of the pile. So I'm going to say no.
I would say that if I was trying to set this up as a proper tier list, then I don't think I would immediately be like, oh yeah, she's number one, or I wouldn't put her in top 5. Like I wouldn't put her in top 5 Would Let Sit. You know what I mean?
No. Like so like I'm gonna go with a no on this one just because I don't hold her music career in such high regards, but she just was like the first thing that came in my mind because just because of the transformation that she's had.
Yeah,
I've noticed it in recently, so I kind of want to see what you would go like if you would go for it.
Well, I feel like it would probably be inappropriate for me to change my answer. And I think I'm comfortable with sticking by it. Like after seeing these current photos of her, I'm like, you know what? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Would Let Sit. I'm not going to take it back. I'm not going to say she's number number 2 or number 3 in like the top best. I mean, she's number 3 on my list, but that's based on suggesting her and hearing opinions,
Yeah, so Queen Latifah, like there would be consideration, but I would ultimately end up with a no. It's not the hard no.
All right. So my next one, which is my number 2 on my list, like I said, I'm going down, and I have to skip number 3 because of you now.
Get wrecked, nerd.
Yeah, so I wanted to purposely put in some ones that were really challenging. So remember earlier when I was talking about ScarJo, and I said we have to keep in mind that this is going to be current day, okay?
Okay,
that's important. Betty White.
Yeah, no, 100-year-old Betty White. I'll have her die on my face. I don't give no shits. I want the last thing to end up on Betty White's. I want the last thing to go through Betty White's mind is hearing me go. God bless you, Mom. She's earned that. I don't give a shit what she looks like anymore.
It's super funny because I was gonna say yes for like the same reasons.
I don't give a shit that she's 100 now. I mean, she looks. I mean, she looks damn good for being 100.
Yeah, she does. She does.
And she's such a pleasant and wonderful person.
Oh yeah.
Like, when was the last time somebody seriously let her have it? Like, if she came up to me and told me, Robert, I'm, national treasure Betty White. And I'd be like, I know who you are. I love you. And she goes, that's good to hear. It's been like 30 years since anybody's ever gone down. I'd just like flop on my back and be like, come on. It's like, you don't even have to finish that sentence. Bring the action.
I just love the idea of Betty White coming up to you and just being like, Robert, would let's sit? And you're just like, yes, ma'am. Just lay down.
I was like, do you need me to shave my beard first, ma'am? Or are you actually wanting the mustache ride?
Oh man. Dude, okay, so being totally honest here, have you seen the old photos of Betty White when she was
when she was a pinup?
Oh my god. Like, so anybody who doesn't know, go look up like Betty White when she used to be a pinup.
She should have been Blanche.
Dude, she is if you look up her old photos, she was a fucking knockout. An absolute knockout. Like, it's just insane. Like, oh my god.
It is insane. Like, and these are and that Betty White, like, didn't exist anywhere as close to either one of us being born.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, my mother wasn't even born when that Betty White existed.
Yeah. And yet we can still sit here and respect it. Like, it's just like, yes.
And the thing is like, I could never know that. I could possibly never know that Betty White at one point was a knockout pinup girl.
Yeah. It's absolutely mind-blowing.
Give me Golden Girls era Betty White and forward. Have her come to me and say, "Well, can I sit? Can I sit?" And I'll be like, "Yes, ma'am."
I'd be doing the world a service if you did.
for all the pleasure you have given the world, ma'am, please let me return the favor.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so good. It's so good. I definitely am on the same bandwagon with you, buddy.
So
yeah.
So I'm single now.
Oh god. All right. What are you going to throw at me now, Lettuce? Come on, baby. Suck it to me. If you have any more, that is.
No. I've got one. Bulma.
Oh, Bulma from wait. So this one's tough.
DBZ.
Okay.
Yeah. Bulma.
Yeah. Oh god, it's been so long since I've thought. Oh man. Oh, see, cause yeah, yes. Oh my god. There's like a picture of her in like.
Oh no! You safe searched off.
What?
You turned safe search off.
Okay.
You turned off safe search and search for Bulma. You weren't supposed to do that.
I see one here that's just like the most insane like picture of her in. I don't even know if this is like a canon picture, but she's in like this teeny tiny skimpy ass bikini that I've never seen before.
No, that's Bulma.
Oh my god. Oh, you know what? Yes, like, because I did love her in Dragon Ball Z, and I also loved her in Dragon Ball. Like,
she was the best girl.
Yeah, she's
I know a lot of people who are like, no, it's Chi-Chi.
I was about to say Chi-Chi's a good runner-up as well.
I was like, no, Chi-Chi's not.
But the thing is like Bulma was like so sassy and like she knew how to fight. And like when she was angry, she made sure that every single person knew that she was angry.
Oh yeah, no.
Like she's just like, she's in your face. She's like the most emotionally realistic character in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. And she's cute to boot. She's cute to boot. You know?
And Bulma never birthed a Saiyan.
She never birthed a Saiyan, really? Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Wait. No, what about didn't Vegeta have a son? Who? Wait a minute.
I don't know if that's actual canon or not.
I think it was in one of the shows, though. I thought.
Yeah. No. That's.
Cause it was like, wasn't it like Goten or something like that? Or no, it was Trunks, right? Trunks was Bulma's son. Trunks was Super Saiyan.
That's right. Oh no, that's right.
Yeah.
She birthed the Super Saiyan too.
Yeah.
Because Vegeta and Trunks.
Yeah.
And Bola.
Yeah, what?
I must have missed that part.
That's okay. That's all right. Yeah, would let's sit. She is just like, she is by far one of the single most interesting ladies that was ever introduced into like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, because she just
like, as far as anime girls go, she's right up there.
Yeah. I just always loved how she could fight. She was sassy. Like, she didn't take shit from anybody. Like, she was a force to reckon with, and that's kind of sexy. Like, I like women that take charge. I think that's really sexy. So, yeah, definitely would let sit for Bulma for sure, no doubt about it.
If she asked, I would say yes, but I'm not. I wouldn't actually go out of my way to see if she wanted to sit.
Now that's an interesting concept. Would I ask her? Would I ask any of these people? Jesus, like I've always just kind of assumed the idea of like, these ladies come up to you, and they're just like,
well, I'm just trying to give you my mindset, like trying to give you whether it's a hard yes, soft yes, very like barely a yes, barely a no, soft no, or hell no.
Yeah, I'll stick by my answer for Bulma. Would let sit. I feel like I'm getting a lot of these right now.
Yeah, would let sit. So what do you got next, man?
All right. So I was also going to go the fictional route, which is Samus Aran. Right?
Bro, did you play Metroid Other M?
Yeah, she's hot though, isn't she? She's hot.
Bro, did you play Metroid Other M?
No, I did not. Why, is she ugly or something?
Her character completely that's the only game where Samus is given a character, so it's her canonical character. And, oh dear God, is it bad?
Really?
Yeah. No. They took like Team Ninja, and this is why.
What is this game called again?
Metroid Other M.
All right,
it was a Wii game. It was the Metroid Wii game.
Oh, come on. She doesn't look that bad.
Oh, yeah. No, she doesn't look that bad. She looks like Samus.
Yeah.
She looks like Metroid Prime Samus.
Sure.
However,
they
give her spoken lines and give her a character. So now this is her canonical character. And it's a hard pass for me at that point.
But like, okay, so then I don't know, dude. Because like I've always thought that Samus Aran was really hot. Okay, I've always felt like that. And I mean, when
Zero Suit Samus, that's where it's at.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, outside of the fact that I'm not a big blonde person, like I'm not a big blonde person, but Zero Suit Samus has, all the right curves in all the right places. She's just the right amount of thick. She doesn't look like she's absolutely like got a bony pelvis.
It's almost like as if she was designed by people who know how to make, beautifully animated characters.
almost as if, yeah. So yeah, had Metroid Other M never happened, and she was just some kind of mute in this blue body fitting suit,
sure.
Then sure, I'm with you. However, she has a personality now, and
Okay.
and no way.
I don't know, dude. Like, because like, so I first of all have never. Oh, that is a Samus Aran hentai figure. Well, I'm glad I saw that just now. Moving on. um, so, excuse me, I have to wipe that from my brain so I can actually speak to you again. Yeah, so I've never. That's what I was trying to say. I've never experienced that game, so I couldn't possibly like know nor really care. I guess. So, I mean, here's the thing: is like I've never been this huge Metroid fan. You know, like it's just never been a thing for me. But I mean, let me tell you, when they introduced like, you know, when I was playing Super Smash Brothers Brawl, you know, and they were like, "Oh yeah, Zero Suit Samus is here," and it's like, "Yeah, she is." You know, like it's like, of course, like you know what I mean. Like I want some of that. Like I want to be a part of that. That sounds great. Um, but I mean, at the same time, like you know, when you were saying like would let hover, I feel like maybe that would be the better choice here. Because I mean, it seems so obvious to pick her. Because like even when I put her on this list, I wasn't totally sure how I was going to feel about it. So I don't know. I feel like it would be inappropriate for me to say would let sit because I've picked like everybody on my list has so far has been would let sit.
Well, I mean, and that's almost kind of the point.
Yeah,
you're picking people that you would probably let sit.
yeah.
But you're wanting to hear my reasons if I would say yes or no, and if I have a good reason.
Yeah.
Does that change your mind?
Uh-huh.
That's kind of the point of the game.
Yeah.
A little bit.
You know what? I think I can stick with you on this one and say like, no, I think I'd pass on this one too.
Yeah, no, Samus Aran got completely ruined for me by Metroid Other M.
I think though that it's like it's not necessary, but I mean, I guess I would have to experience the game to truly have a proper opinion. So I guess
it's annoying.
Yeah.
Have you played any of the Lara Croft reboots? Any of the recent ones?
No, I have not. That's where they're like prequels, right? Where she's like really young or something like that.
Yeah, she's really young and kind of whiny.
Okay.
And kind of unbearable.
Okay. Man, the OG Lara Croft though. Whew, baby. That is a would let sit for me, actually.
Yeah, but that's not that's not my video game character. That's on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did give anybody a free. I'm not giving you that freebie.
I want some really challenging ones here. Come on. All right, it's your turn next. Let's go.
Okay. I'm going to give you this name.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to give you the caveat that we did agree on, for fictional characters, the most recent interpretation of this character.
Okay.
Yuna from Final Fantasy X.
Yuna? Okay, repeat your discretion again.
We are going from the most recent interpretation of the character. That means Yuna at Final Fantasy X2, she's 19. She is safe, sir. You are not a pedophile.
Well, okay. So now that even makes me even more curious. So what was the last game that Yuna was actually in? Because I feel like
X2.
Was it actually X2?
It was X2.
Because I feel like that wasn't there like a Final Fantasy game where they added a whole bunch of characters from all the older games, like, and she
was in a Dissidia game.
Okay, all right. So I actually have a good way to answer this right away, and I actually would say no, would not let sit. And the thing is because like even from the first game, like from and I mean, I've never played Final Fantasy X2, so I don't really have any particular opinions about her in X2. But even going with like the character model. Oh, go ahead.
In X2, she's gotten a little bit of shorter hair.
Right.
She's a little spunkier, but other than that, she's the same.
Okay. Well, and I mean, I think short hair is really sexy. But I would say no, because in all seriousness, I actually didn't like her in Final Fantasy X. I thought she was annoying. I mean, I thought both of the main characters were annoying in Final Fantasy X, both her and Titus. And
That's
I
fair.
mean, yeah, I mean, to be honest, and I mean, but this is coming from the perspective of, a young kid playing Final Fantasy X as a young kid. Riku was my favorite. Riku was my favorite lady in Final Fantasy X.
Sure was, pedo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think the last time I played Final Fantasy X, I think I was, God, I don't even remember how old I was the last time I played that game. It was a long, long time ago. It was probably about...
You mean you didn't play it after the Lulu gravity equation?
No, not at all, actually.
Oh,
no.
man, I did.
I kind of miss the game a little bit. Like, I still have the game. I still have a functional PS2. I still have a guide, all that stuff. But no, I didn't play the game after the gravity equation.
The HD remix is actually pretty good.
Okay.
On Steam and stuff. If you get on a sale, it's kind of worth a hit.
Interesting. Okay. But yeah, like, so I never liked Yuna. I didn't find her attractive. I didn't find her interesting. And I mean, she does have a cute character model, but that was definitely one where it's just like, I don't want to hear what you have to say. Like, stop speaking at me, please. So no, you know what? This is actually the first one that I can definitively say would not let sit. Absolutely. Like, it's, I just think it's funny
that's surprising for me, because she seems like the prototypical Japanese girlfriend type thing.
Mm.
And I figured, since I saved you from being a pedo by saying the 19-year-old version of her, that you'd be like, oh, okay, well, if I don't have to worry about going to hell.
Yeah, it's literally just my memories and experiences of playing with that character in the older game that makes me like, nah, like, no, thank you. Like, you weren't attractive to me in the gameplay at that time, and I still see you that way. I still see you in the same sense of, like, you're still not attractive to me from a story perspective. Or
she was supposed to be our love interest, and she ended up being little sister.
Yeah. And I kind of like, now that I've like actually like explained that, I feel like I can understand a little bit better your view on Samus Aran. Because like I can't relate to your opinion on Samus Aran because I never played that game. But like, you actually played it, so it's like, no, like, Samus Aran's personality sucks, and that's why I can't like let sit, right?
Right.
And now that I'm like experiencing that with this character, it's like, okay, I get it. I do.
And I've already kind of let my opinion slip.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a no sit for me too. Mostly because she's plenty cute. She's plenty adorable. She's got enough thickness. She's definitely looks like she was, raised in a society that featured that liked women with womanly curves.
Sure.
She was supposed to be presented as our love interest. She ended up being the little sister for me. So no, I'm not going to let my sister sit.
Don't bruh your sister.
Yeah, pretty much. And if my little sister actually listens to this episode, congratulations, you're off the hook. Now you know.
That's like the most.
If you were ever curious, little sister,
would not let sit. Not let sit.
Absolutely would not let sit.
That's okay. I have the exact same opinions about my sister, so I think we can humbly agree on that together.
Yeah, we are the club of you do not your sister.
Yeah, you don't your sister. Another thing that I wanted to point out, that I am officially really properly noticing this, especially when I'm looking at the a lot of the popular like game images and the cover images of Yuna from Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2. She has crazy eye. Did you notice that? Did you notice that she has crazy eye?
Didn't notice that, but now I do.
Yeah, when you look at that face, you're like, oh damn, she's got crazy eye. Like she looks like she's gonna like she seems like that kind of girl who's like, oh yeah, I'm all innocent, but I like a little bit of S&M. And then you're like, oh yeah, let's do some S&M. And then she like wraps you up and chains you to like a wall. And then she starts pulling out knives and shit. And you're like, no, wait a minute, what's going on? She's like, nobody can have you except me. Like,
yeah, no, now that you mention it, yeah, she's got that 1,000-year stare, like she's seen some shit.
Yeah, she's got crazy face, man. She totally has crazy face. Like, and like, because I'm looking at a picture where it's like the cover picture where it's Yuna and then Riku is next to her and then Pain is next to her. Riku and Pain are like, they look totally normal and they look totally fine. But you look at Yuna and it's like you're slipping into a void.
I mean, Pain looks a little sad. Like she doesn't really want to be there.
Oh, she's just angsty. It's whatever.
But yeah, she's got that 1,000 yards. She's staring through you.
Yeah, exactly. She's got crazy face, man. Oh God.
I'll end you for my pleasure.
Yeah, she would. She's probably like a yandere, right?
Yeah.
Where like, yeah, she's totally.
Yeah, she's totally yandere.
Oh my God. All right, next one. Okay, so no. Hillary Clinton would let sit?
Are we talking Hillary Clinton now? Because have you seen Hillary Clinton now?
I assume listen, that woman has always been scary. There's no way you're going to convince me that she doesn't look scary. I'll look her up. I will look her up.
Okay, 90s Hillary Clinton was livable.
No, I'm looking at
90s Hillary Clinton was livable. I mean, I understand why Bill would cheat on her.
But looking at her pipicture, a chill just ran down my spine.
no one likes Hillary Clinton. Like, was this just your palate cleanser?
Yeah, it was.
Was this just your piece of ginger in between, delicious pieces of sushi?
Well, I was like, remember what I was saying is like, I feel really bad about the fact that we've done a bunch that I'm just like, oh yeah, would let sit. It's like, I need something. Like
you need something. You need to be able to reject woman.
Yeah, I need at least one. I need like a gimme. I need a gimme here, buddy.
Okay, fine. Mine there's no way she sits.
I don't know, bro. It's like there was some hesitation.
No way she sits. I'd let Trump sit before her. And I would tell her to her face. She'd be like, excuse me, Robert.
Would let sit?
Would let sit? I'd be like, nah, bitch. Where's Donald Trump? He's fat and old. He doesn't wipe his ass well. I'll clean it. Just to prove a point.
Oh my God, I can't breathe.
How you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling so much better, actually, to be totally honest.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, man. Merry Christmas to you too, buddy.
So I'm assuming Hillary Clinton's a fuck no for you as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, I need to really think about this one for a little bit. Give me a few minutes to really collect my thoughts on it.
So you noticed my pause? I had to make sure that I got the comedy down for that bit. I had to think of where the proper joke had to go and how to execute it. That was the only reason why I paused on that. By the way, this one doesn't count and you get to go again.
Oh my God. You want me to go again? Oh man. Okay. Because
Hillary Clinton doesn't count. The obvious no for both people. The little piece of ginger that you eat in between delicious pieces of fish.
Okay, listen here, sir. I enjoy pickled ginger. Okay, I don't enjoy Hillary Clinton, but I do enjoy pickled ginger.
I bet you Hillary Clinton tastes like
pickled
ginger.
You know what? How dare you compare the delicious taste of pickled ginger to Hillary Clinton? How dare you? How, like, I'm offended on behalf of pickled ginger.
You're right. That was wrong of me. No, that one doesn't count. That was a joke break.
All right. Well, because you asked me to go to my next one, and my next one is equally challenging. All right, you ready for this one? J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter.
Ah.
Yeah, I think we're both looking up pictures right now, right?
I'm trying to find a body picture of her.
Oh, wow.
She doesn't get default. She's a redhead. She doesn't lose by default on her face.
She looks good.
For being, what, 65, 66?
I don't know. I'm actually surprised by these photos. Like, I'm legitimately...
Okay, so she's only 56. Okay?
Yeah.
So...
I mean, you know my opinion about older ladies. Like,
I mean,
you know?
I mean, everybody likes an older lady. Come on.
Yeah, man, come on.
Let's. So she does the redhead thing. She's,
you know what?
I don't have a lot of full body pictures on her.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like, she doesn't.
You know what? I will say this. Based on some of the photos where it's just her upper half, she looks a bit bony. Like, not super bony.
Well, here's one of her sitting.
Yeah, I see a sitting picture too.
That was 2000. That was like 2007, as she was just climbing into fame.
Right.
So that's like 14 years older.
I'm actually like,
she's not curvy enough. Like, I don't think she's bony enough to cause damage.
Yeah.
But she's not going to create the kind of seal that would make me feel like I've been sat upon.
Right.
So
just the full impact of your statement just now hit me.
So
oh my god.
Like, I'm not dismissing it straight out of hand, but I think she's eventually a no for me.
You know what? I would let sit. I would. I would let sit. I'm not going to say no to this one. And this one I actually had to really think about for a little bit here. I think she's incredibly good looking, and I think I would let sit.
For a 56-year-old, sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I something about her face, to be honest. I don't know. I like it.
She does have kind of a motherly British face.
Yeah. So
like not like a doubting motherly face, but just kind of a caring motherly face.
Yeah.
Like she passes from the neck up.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's a really good photo of her in here where she's like sitting on a leather couch.
And but the thing is, like, the dresses she wears aren't too revealing, so I don't, like, chest wise, she's not. Yeah, she's just too much. She's not so slender that I have to say hell no.
Yeah.
Because she's gonna break my face. Or she's gonna cut me up or something. But yeah. I'm just gonna.
Her pelvic bones are probably not ice picks.
Yeah, it's just I don't think I'm gonna be satisfied, and I don't feel like I'm. She's gonna sit on my face, and I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna come away thinking no one sat on my face.
You know what? I think I'll stick by what I said. I think I would let sit. I'm liking what I'm seeing here.
Okay.
And I mean, you know, like, I'd like to imagine that she would sit on my face and then begin reading out loud like a Harry Potter book. I think I would enjoy that.
Oh, that would kill it. That would kill it.
I think I would enjoy that. Oh, man. All right. Give me. That was a good one. I think that was pretty good after Hillary Clinton.
That was a pretty good one. Here's one that's going to send us straight to hell.
All right, bring it.
Mary Magdalene.
Mary Magdalene. Oh, all right. Hold on. Jeez, that's the. You're talking about the historic figure, right? Like, obviously, right?
Yeah, the Mary that traveled with Jesus.
Yeah,
and was
she the one that was like a. She was the one that was like a whore, right?
Yeah.
So
you know she did it.
Well, but that's what she was. She was a whore.
Yeah.
That was her whole thing.
Yeah, no, she was the traveling whore for Jesus.
Well, so the thing is one thing that I've learned about ancient historic depictions of famous historical figures, you really, really can't trust them, like, at all.
Yeah, which is why you've got, whatever you can glean and whatever from paintings. The Roman from because she's a canonical saint in the Roman Catholic Church, so we's going to hell. Not as much hell as the other Mary, but
Lettuce, I'm impressed. This is a good one because it's kind of hard to say no when you're seeing ancient, pictures of her with her, bits hanging out.
Yeah, no.
Like, oh man. You know what? Okay, so there's a couple of assumptions that I have to go on here, okay? So first of all, if she was a successful whore, then she's probably pretty curvy. If she was a whore that was, working with it, like, working under poor conditions or just barely scraping by, she's probably skin and bones, right? So we kind of have to, like, first try to establish, like, what, like, how successful she was or how unsuccessful she was, right? So, you know what?
Most depictions have her as being slightly thick.
Right.
So she was the classical epitome of health.
Sure. But I mean, here's another thing is that, like, I was about to say the public image of, like, having Mary Magdalene would let sit. Like, what would be the public impact and public image of that? But at the same time, like, I'm, like, thinking to myself, like, do I really care? Do I actually care about that? Because I'm not. So for anybody who doesn't know, I'm not a religious person. I don't follow a religion. I'm a spiritual guy, but I'm not a religious person. So, I mean, the concept of, like, I've been shunned from religious groups before. So if I were shunned again for would let sit Mary Magdalene, I think I'd be okay. You know what? This is very difficult, but I think I'm going to say, for a combination of the fact that she was probably pretty successful, it's very likely that she was relatively good looking, like, relatively. And also, just to say that I could have that kind of an impact on a historical figure of that caliber.
She's the most well-known woman in all of biblical times.
Yeah. I think I'm going with would let sit.
Oh yeah, this is a solid would let sit for me as well too.
Okay.
Just on the basis of the fact that she has always been depicted as being the period epitome of health, which means she's slightly thick. She's well known.
Uh-huh.
She's probably, because she was well known, that means she was not fugly, because they didn't chase around fugly women back then. No. So yeah, no, this is a solid would let sit.
Okay, all right.
This would be the one where I get the 3 cheers from everyone. Because, it's Mary Magdalene. It wouldn't be like, oh man, this guy got this was another guy from which Mary Magdalene sat upon. the lady for whom sits upon things.
It's like your face has like a permanent like aura of pure light exuding from it. Like, oh, he has been touched by the Mary Magdalene. It's like, how did she touch you? Did she lay her precious hands upon you? Nah, she sat on my face, bruh.
Nah, she rested her butt cheeks on my eye sockets.
Oh my god. I do have to say one thing though. You don't sound as enthusiastic about it as you did with Betty White. That is one thing I do have to say.
I mean it's like a biblical though. Like, I'm not going to get the 3 cheers for bringing pleasure to the woman, to Jesus's woman of pleasure. as I would get to bringing pleasure to national treasure Betty White.
You heard it here, folks. Betty White is bigger than Mary Magdalene. Oh no. Oh. I mean, okay, that's out of context. I'm sorry. I apologize, Mr. Lettuce.
Uncalled for. Anyway, what's your next one, Mr. I have a list?
It goes on for a while, so this one I'm actually pretty proud of. This one I'm pretty proud of.
We probably got time for like maybe 1 or 2 more.
Oh each. Man, my list is so much longer, so I'm gonna be careful.
Oh man, we got part B.
Oh man,
we could do a part 2 at some point.
We're not even halfway down my list.
and I could build a new list because my list was only like 5 or 6 long. I didn't think we could get to that many tonight.
So I'm gonna pick a couple of good ones here. So, Matt Damon.
No,
really?
No, he's Matt Damon.
It's funny because I actually kind of expected you would let sit on for him. You would not let sit Matt Damon.
No, not Matt Damon. I'm not gay or nothing.
I'm sorry, bro. My mistake. Oh, it's okay because he gets a hard pass on me too. I would not let sit Matt Damon.
He's a good actor and everything. I don't think he's that attractive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you're comparing him to like people like
he's no Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, he's no Ryan Reynolds. Oh my god, so good. Okay, so that's what I mean. I feel like I don't know. I don't find him attractive at all. I don't think he's a very interesting person. And I don't think he's even that great of an actor. So, I mean, he's definitely, for me, a very obvious, like, hard pass, would not let sit. Like, don't even talk to me, bro. Like, you know? Oh, man. Do you want me to do any more, or do you want to do some more of yours?
I got one if you're ready for it.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Robert Smith of The Cure.
Oh man. That's probably a yes for me. Yeah. Oh,
the years have not been kind to Mr. Smith.
No, they have not.
The years have not been kind to Mr. Smith.
No, definitely not. Oh, that poor man. And it's funny because, like, you look up his old photos, he was so sexy.
Oh yeah, no. Like,
he was so sexy in his younger years.
Like even 10 years ago.
Yeah.
The last 10 years have just hit.
Yeah, because that's the thing is because I was like imagining how he was like 10 years ago, and I was like, oh yeah, and now
Yeah,
I'm like, and then I look him up and I see how he is now, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, back when he was still relevant. Yeah, you're like Robert Smith back when he was still relevant. You're like, yeah, I'd let that sit. And
Yeah.
now you're like, oh, he looks like Robert. You.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
he's kind of a creepy old dude with
I don't
unkempt
like
hair. He's like a
how.
crazy old dude with unkempt hair.
I mean, it's like his face structure completely rearranged itself.
He went boiled gammon.
Like he didn't like do surgeries on himself or anything like that, right? Like he didn't do like
No,
facial reconstruction or anything,
that's
right?
British guy once you hit 50s.
Oh no.
That's what boiled gammon looks like, buddy.
It makes me so sad because like I see like the current photos and I see his old photos and it's just like you look at him when he was younger and you're just like, oh yeah, he was hot.
Oh, by the way, he's
And now you
balding
see him.
now.
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, that guy had very.
That hairline is receding.
Well, I mean, and the thing is too is like his hair was always like very soft and light and like floofy. And a lot of people that have like soft, light, floofy hair, they tend to go bald. But man, I mean, all right, can I get like a full like can I get a picture of like him, you know, a full body picture at the very least? Like can I get that?
Of him now?
Sure. I mean, I feel like I got to give the guy some kind of chance here, right?
I don't have anything current or without a guitar obscuring the butt.
Yeah. You're right.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Oh, this makes me feel so bad because like I said, like his younger self I would be like, "Oh, yes, please." Like but
you kind of have to use your imagination.
Yeah.
And see how Fascination Street deteriorated.
Well, our current rules are that it has to be current timeline.
Yeah, it has to be current timeline.
Yeah.
Which to be perfectly fair was not fair to letting Robert sit for you.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's the deal. I still 100% totally respect him as an artist, and that will never falter. However, would not let sit. Would not. I can't do it. I'm sorry. You're just like I respect you. I think you're amazing. But this time around, the pure level of respect is not going to get you a would let sit, buddy. Sorry, Robert Smith. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen for me this time. How about you?
I would slowly embrace him. I would kiss his forehead and say, yes, Papa.
Wow! Really? I mean, that's the thing that I had to say for a minute there, which was like, as much as I respect him and I adore him, I couldn't do it. But that's an amazing level of care and respect, buddy. You get, you know what? This one's for you, buddy.
Because that's all, I mean, he just needs to be loved just like everybody else does.
Sure.
So I'll take that hit. Sure, he looks kind of gross and disgusting in the face, and probably his body is let go because, you know, he's like in his 60s now, if I'm not correct.
Something like that.
If I'm not mistaken, he's 62 now.
Yeah.
But he's got that delicious British accent.
He does.
And you want to know what?
What?
When he's sitting on my face, delivering the full seal because his flabby fat man ass is right there and I can't see anything. Uh-huh. All I'm gonna hear is him singing Love Cats.
or all I ever wanted, all I ever needed.
Well, that's not him. That's Depeche
Mode.
I'm
sorry. You're right. That is Depeche Mode. I'm sorry. I love Depeche Mode too. I'm sorry. That's my bad. Wow. I'm sorry. I screwed that up bad.
You done goofed that one up.
I did. I love Depeche Mode though, and sometimes I mess up like that.
So yeah, no. Robert Smith will get a will sit. No.
Okay. Okay. No homo. Right.
Even though I kissed him first.
Oh man. That's too good. Okay. Well, let's see. Oh man, there's so many good ones in here. Megan Fox.
What does she look like now?
I'm about to find out. She probably still looks really smoking. She's not that much older since she first debuted, really.
I mean, yeah, but she's been out for... Okay, so here's my background history on Megan Fox. I never got the interest in her.
Okay.
Like, she's smoking, she's beautiful, I understand all that.
Yeah.
No, will not.
Yeah, so here's the thing.
Mostly because I'm just, like, I'm not going to let her sit because I don't need to. I don't want to.
Yeah.
She does not deserve my face.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
Just because she is Megan Fox, she does not deserve a mustache ride by default. And to be perfectly honest, I don't respect her as an actress. I don't respect any of her talent. Mm-hmm. She was the same kind of over made up long-haired brunette with not even great big tits.
Yeah. Well, her whole shtick is look how sexy I am. That's her whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, like, she's like, look how sexy I am. And sure, she does the sexy thing. But to be perfectly honest, her measurements aren't that impressive.
Right.
Like, that backside, it's not thin, it's not bony.
Right.
But it's I don't think it's supple enough to provide the fulfilling seal.
Right.
Like, she doesn't have a tuchus. because back when she was trying to be sexy, thick chicks weren't in.
Yeah. That's kind of true. Kind of took some time for thick to really, really set into place.
Yeah.
I feel like she doesn't really do anything anymore. Does she actually do stuff? Like, is she still acting? Like,
no, because thick chicks got in.
That's interesting.
So being just beautiful, granted,
right,
brunette, long-haired brunette with, shapely boobs, that just wasn't enough anymore, and people realized she doesn't have any talent outside of I have boobs.
I just now finally found like a larger photo of her walking around in bikini. Surprisingly, like, it's kind of surprising to me, to be totally honest. There's not much going on there. There's not a whole ton going on there, honestly. Like, which is kind of surprising to me. I wasn't expecting that.
In fact, she's from my neck of the woods.
Oh, did not know that.
Yep.
One of the things that was going to make me say would not let sit is her level of intensity of, like, everything. Like, it doesn't feel right. It doesn't seem like I kind of, like, view her as, like, this really intense kind of person. You know what I mean? And it seems like it's, like, too much to handle, too much to take on. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, I'm seeing, like, there's not much going on the back there at all.
No, this was before, baby had to have back.
Yeah. It's kind of surprising because I'm seeing, like, a picture of her with, like, Machine Gun Kelly or whatever.
And, oh yeah, that's who she's dating now.
Yeah. And like I said, there's not a lot going on there. Huh. Yeah, so I'm also a would not let sit for Megan Fox as well. But I kind of, like, also, like, knew when I put her on that list that that's how I felt about it. Like, and the thing is like, it's too much intensity. Like, it's like she just kind of, like, radiates this level of intensity where it's like you're too much for my face. Please, I no, we're not gonna do this.
All right. I only have one left in the back of my head. If you've got a few more, we might be able to do a lightning round.
Sure.
But my last one is my celebrity one-time pass.
Interesting.
Maybe you know who that is. Jenny Tilly.
I don't think so. Let me look it up. I've never seen this person as far as I can recognize.
Really, for being as a horror kind of a horror freak as you are, you don't know who she is?
Yeah, I don't recognize her at all. Do you have any movies that you can like name off? That
Bride of Chucky?
See, okay, that's the thing. I've never seen Chucky movies.
Huh?
Yeah, I've never seen a Chucky movie before. Yeah.
Let's see here.
I definitely don't recognize. She looks nice though.
I'm trying to think of something that I thought you would have picked her up from the Chucky movies.
No, not at all.
Well, that's just...
I've never seen any of the Chucky movies. It's not like I was avoiding them or anything. I just never really went out and saw them. And clearly I can see a picture of her holding Chucky right here. Like, so, yeah, weird. I mean, I think she's good looking. Is she like a favorite of yours?
Yeah, she's my celebrity free pass.
She does look pretty good. Like, even like the current photos of her, she looks really good. Without any prior knowledge, and also based on some of these photos, she looks like she's a really fun person too.
She quit acting for a while to become a professional poker player.
That's pretty cool.
So she's a gamer.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm looking at some of these photos. She looks like she's just a fun person because there's a lot of photos of her just out at events. Like, I mean, there's some photos of her being interviewed and, some backstage movie photos. But there's a bunch of photos of her, like here she is drinking, like while being interviewed, or I think there's one where she's, I don't know, like there's just some interesting photos of her. She looks like she's a lot of fun. There's definitely a poker picture of her here. That's really interesting. She looks great in this photo. Holy crap, how old is that one? I don't know. They don't have a year on it, but there's a photo of here where she looks fantastic. You know what? Yeah, I mean, this is going to be the one where it's like, I don't know anything about it, so it's a risk it for the biscuit. And you know what? That biscuit looks pretty tasty. I think I would definitely, I would let sit. I would see what it's like, just to have the experience. Just because she looks good, she looks like she's fun. Like, yeah, I'd let sit. I think I'm pretty comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with that one.
I would put gravy on that biscuit and still eat it.
Of course you would. Gravy literally would just make the biscuit better. Like, you're like, what would really make me eat that biscuit? Making that biscuit even more delicious than it already is. It's like, well, yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Jennifer Tilly is definitely a yes, would let sit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even like old photos and current photos, she looks really good. Like, she
she's aged wonderfully.
Yeah.
Like, she's like 60 now, I think.
No way.
Yeah, something like that, man.
Some of these like young, like some of the current photos, she does not look 60 like at all. That's crazy. Here's a tab that says Jennifer Tilly now. Yeah, she does not look 60. She does not look 60 at all. She looks like an older woman, but she doesn't look like she's 60 years old.
This year she turned 63.
Wow. Well, congrats, Jennifer Tilly, because you look amazing. Like, I'm actually kind of surprised by that. All right.
Yeah, no, Jennifer Tilly is a I would go out and insist sit.
All right.
She'd say I need something to sit on, and I would run as fast as I've ever ran. And I would be like,
"Milady."
"Milady." I'd twirl up my mustache and be like, "Let's go. Let's do this. I'm all in."
All right. Well, it feels like we're starting to pull out the stops since we're getting close here. So I'm gonna give you a good one. I'm gonna give you a really good one here.
I just came up with a bonus round after this one.
Okay. Leonard Nimoy.
No.
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 Not even out of respect or anything like that.
Not even out of respect. No. I like him, but no, he doesn't get to sit. I mean, he's no Ryan Reynolds or Robert Smith.
Oh, come on. Obviously he's not a Ryan Reynolds. Come on, bro. I picked this.
There's no sit there. I mean, he's not even Picard. As far as Star Trek actors go.
Are you trying to say you like Picard is a would let sit for you?
I'd consider it. Picard, Charles Xavier. I would seriously consider that one. Nimoy. Nimoy. Well, I appreciate what he did as Spock.
Yeah.
That's really all he ever did.
That's true.
And it really wasn't all the. In retrospect, it really wasn't all that much. I respect him, but no.
Okay, I get that.
I would put a no on Harold Ramis.
Harold Ramis?
Egon?
Egon?
Yeah, the Harold Ramis is Egon.
I don't remember that. Hold on a second.
From Ghostbusters?
Oh.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Oh, yeah. I know. Well, some of this stuff is really old for me, too.
So, and it's kind of late and you don't have coffee.
Yeah. Okay,
so what was your feelings about Leonard Nimoy?
Oh, my feelings about Leonard Nimoy. I would, I would think about it really hard. Because I don't know. So I thought that in the old days of Star Trek, the old Wrath of Khan and stuff like that, there was just something really attractive and powerful about him. And I really enjoyed that a lot. And also I had seen stuff where he would talk about, just his opinions on various different things later on in his life. And some of his takes were really interesting to me. But I think that and he honestly, looking at some of the most recent photos, he doesn't look that terrible for an older guy. He really does not.
You do realize he's been dead for a while now, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But yeah.
I mean, we'll do this we're just assuming Leonard Nimoy and his last year of his life.
Yeah, well, because I was looking. Well, yeah, that's kind of the point. Well, I mean, for God's sakes, you did marry Magdalene. What are we gonna do? Dig up her corpse?
Well, I mean, there's a good chance she never existed. So
that's true. That's true.
There's a good chance she was completely fictional.
Yeah, but I would say that the last, because another one, for example, was I picked a couple of others that have passed on as well, besides Leonard Nimoy. But I mean, he looked pretty all right in his last few years.
I mean, he didn't age poorly. It's just whatever.
Yeah. See, this is a tough one for me. I guess I would probably have to say no. Even because I mean, I just kind of thought about the impact he had on me, because I really I used to watch the old Star Trek stuff with my dad and stuff like that, and I don't know. It's when I think about it, it's well, you're right. He didn't have as much of a large impact on everything as time went on. And some of the stuff that I respected him for was really kind of niche. So I guess no. Like, it's still a tough choice for me, but I think I'll probably have to side with no on it. But I was kind of curious mostly to see like if like because did you watch like the old Star Trek series when you were younger, Lettuce?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And still just the ears never did it for me.
Yeah. All right.
So my bonus round, this is going to be a quick hit.
Okay, do it.
Not meant to be thought about. Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton?
Dolly Parton.
Yeah, no.
Also from my neck of the woods.
Would
just
not
a quick, just a quick no?
Yeah, I think well cuz like I assume we're not allowed to look them up and we're just doing it based on memory.
I mean, if you have to look them up real quick, but you know.
All right, let me take a quick look just in case.
I mean, she's 95% plastic at this point. It's not like she's aged.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's exactly what I thought. It's definitely a hard no for me. Like the image of her in my head was exactly what I'm seeing here on screen. So yeah, that's a hard pass. That's a no.
Yeah, that's a hard pass for me too.
Mm-hmm.
Like the thing is like she's nothing but tits. But the secret thing about Dolly is she's never had hips or thighs.
Yeah.
She had little chicken legs, and then just the world's most massive fake boobs.
It's true.
And her face is 100% plastic at this point.
It's funny because a lot of the photos I see are her currently. I don't really know that much of what she looked like when she was younger. I'm trying to like find some pictures of her. But honestly, she looked like I think I'm seeing some younger photos, but she
you are
looks the same.
Well, I mean, plastic doesn't age, buddy.
Yeah.
Plastic don't get old.
Yeah.
It just discolors a little.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
she's she doesn't have any legs, she doesn't have any thighs, she has no ass.
Mm-hmm.
She's a woman purely known for her tatas.
Right. Yeah, definitely
and being,
hard no.
And being a country singer.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, super hard no. No, do not sit. Would not sit.
No sits for me too.
Yeah. Was that just like? Did you only have the one, or did you have?
That was my one contribution to a lightning round. Do you have like a quickie you want to sling out there for yourself? Or are you done? Or are you spent?
Okay, well, you know what? Because you did The Cure. I'm gonna do my favorite, David Bowie.
Are you kidding me right now?
It's just lay it on me, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, same here. Absolutely, 100% would let sit, would not hesitate, would not question it. I'd be like, yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. I'd be like, I've prepared my entire life for this exact moment.
I am the man who sold the world. You may have my face.
Oh my god. You know what? I'm actually really glad that you made that reference, because one of the most frustrating things to me ever is when people tell me that The Man Who Sold the World was written by Nirvana. I get so angry when I hear people say that. Oh. But yes, David Bowie is my absolute, like, definite, like, I don't care how young he was or how old he was.
And we're back.
Yeah, sorry everybody. We were having some interesting technical difficulties tonight, so I hope you guys
I have a loose cable. We'll have that fixed by next week.
All right. Well, we definitely I feel like we've kind of made our points here. I mean, is there any special ones that you really wanted to mention?
Face control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your booty on.
I gotta be honest, I'm still living down the embarrassment of singing a Depeche Mode song when I should have been singing a Cure song.
Get wrecked, nerd.
I know. I feel that's like, out of all the, like, considering all of the ridiculous topics we've had today, and like, you know, it's like, oh, you should be embarrassed for talking about this stuff. It's like the one thing I'm embarrassed about is mistaking Depeche Mode for The Cure. That's the only it's the only thing I'm absolutely embarrassed about right now. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Well, We said our things. I think that overall this was a lot of fun. It put me in a better mood because I've been pretty frustrated today, and I think Lettuce kind of needed a break too. So we thought this would be really fun and ridiculous to do. Did you enjoy it, Mr. Lettuce? Did you enjoy Would Let Sit?
I enjoyed it. We should do this again sometime.
Maybe eventually we'll do a round 2 of Would Let Sit.
Looking forward to it.
Absolutely, buddy. So I guess we are going to go ahead and wrap this up. So first of all, thank you guys all so much for being here. I do know that there's a lot of frustrating things going on right now. We're doing everything we can to handle them to the best of our abilities, and I hope you guys will understand that. So I just want to make sure that the community understands that I genuinely totally appreciate you guys. I love how you guys are doing your best to communicate with me on a regular basis, and just, being a part of this community and, taking in the content, enjoying it in your own way, and all that stuff. So I just want you guys to know I care about you guys, and I'm glad that you guys are a part of this. So thank you so much. And I'll say all the other things, which are, if you haven't already, please hit that like button, leave a comment down below. If you're brand new here, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell. That would be greatly appreciated. Check in the description below for all the wonderful links, such as PayPal and Streamlabs. There's also, links to the Discord, the Twitter, the Facebook, all the stuff. So if you're interested in that stuff, go ahead and check it out as well. And I'd like to give a wonderful shout out to the amazing Patreon members who stick by and help me out on a regular basis. I really appreciate you guys. Those Patreon members include Bo Falcon, Fajuk Enterprises, James P, Miss Rebecca, as well as Scorpiogeist. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all the support. And thank you for, the donations are greatly appreciated, but thank you guys for taking such a major active role in the community as you guys do. So my heart goes out to you guys. Thank you. And other than that, be good to yourselves, be good to other people, follow your dreams. And, we have been the Imaginary Boys. Good night, everybody.
Night. Bye-bye.